I'm going to hurt yours.
So this is why. So this brings us back to the male rejection part. That's what's happening with the men, and this is why I think that it's behavior we have to, work through, because that's what's happening. Niggas is hurt. Niggas is emotional and niggas is sensitive.
So the
I think,
ego.
I don't know.
The ego, yeah, it is. I don't know because I don't operate in that world, but I've seen men who the most gangster niggas on the planet, fresh out of jail, argue with their girl, go back to jail behind some shit because she said something to him, or because she didn't move the way he wanted her to, or like this shit is all too emotional. Like we confuse how you move off of an emotion that you're feeling versus just having the emotion.
Definitely.
Because if you was like, hey, look, I don't know how many times I've developed being like, hey, look, like you cute, like can I spit at you? Woo, woo, woo. No, I'm okay. That's all right. You still look good. Thank you for giving me the time of day. Move on, keep it pushing. That takes a lot of work for most men.
Yeah.
Yes, because most men do not it's like because
I
like
know this.
yeah, no, yeah, it does. It takes a lot of work.
Why
She
wouldn't
said really.
you think that?
Because-
Do you say things like this? No, I'm just saying. I mean, I know I don't. No, but I feel like I've seen so many men who just be like, oh, okay, you married, you got a man, whatever, and they just have a nice day. So I didn't realize that it takes
work. It
takes
there.
something.
So this is, I always say it's like business, right? It's like being a superstar versus being an upcoming artist. It's like being an upcoming artist, like you got to go get it. But when you a big superstar, like it's an incoming call business.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Women have lived their whole entire life as incoming call businesses.
Great analogy.
So you have a lot of practice at telling niggas no.
Facts.
Men have a lot of practice at telling at going to go get a no. Like we know 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be a no.
Back then, I used to have a lot of girls that'd be like, I never liked dudes with long hair, but I like
you.
That's like you pretty for a black girl.
Yes, that's
bullshit.
exactly what
Pretty
that
much.
That's
is.
that
Pretty much.
bullshit. But how did that make you feel?
I felt like that guy. It's like, yeah,
wasn't
I'm an
even
exception
offended.
to the rule.
Now, how do you feel when somebody tells you you look pretty but you look pretty for a?
It's offensive.
All right.
It's offensive.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's the difference between how men and
Right.
women are forged. Like we were literally built around those, but it doesn't make it easier. It's still gonna chip away at your ego, your
That's
confidence.
crazy. I never thought about that.
Not mine. I'm different. I was built different.
You're an Aquarius.
I don't-
We're born different. We're born different.
I'll take it, but I just think that for me it was like I was raised by 2 women, so I've never had that weird disconnect that most men have. Like I've been around women who handle shit, do shit. Like when I saw an interview with what's the light skinned girl to get on everybody's nerves, even though she be speaking truth but be mean at the same time. She used to be on Insecure.
What?
Oh, Amanda Seals.
That girl.
Oh.
So she had said something about
Love her.
She had said, Jesus, telling. No. No, I like her too sometimes, but she had said something that was like, I think around like she said something about how you've never, as men, we've never seen a matriarchal figure, a strong woman, and you don't know that you've grown up in a patriarchal society, and you don't know. And I went, well, that's not my experience. Because my first experience with a woman was someone who handled everything in the house. And didn't just handle everything in the house. She taught me that being a man meant that I had to also handle things in the house, that there was no gender-specific deviation. So I always had strong female figures. And the shows that we watched were ethnocentric. So even in blaxploitation films, we had Black Pam Grier, we had Nichelle Nicole, rest in peace. So like my experience is completely different, which is why I can't place my experience on what these weird-ass niggas is doing. Which is why when I say most men, 9 out of 10 getting rejected, you can't place your experience because you are not that experience.
I think that honestly, if a man approaches you respectfully, like, hey, I think you look nice, can I get your number, blah, 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 like, you can respond respectfully. Like, there's no need to be disrespectful. There's no need to call anybody thirsty, and maybe that's part of the problem is that there's no mutual respect.
Because if a nigga tell you, hey, look, I'm trying to fuck, that's not necessarily disrespectful. It may be disrespectful to you,
but it's honest.
but that's honest. And you should be like, no, sir, I would not like to fuck, or nigga, I ain't fucking you. That is equal levels of like, I'm cool, you cool. But when you go, nigga, how dare you? Who do you think I am? A person he's trying to fuck. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Like, it's not.
Where's the
maybe
confusion?
yeah, but if you were raised a Protestant or a Baptist or some shit, maybe that to you is an offensive thing to hear.
Yeah.
But objectively, he's not like pressing your line. Because I know niggas who may not cuss at you, may not say that, who will be like, hey, mama, you beautiful, all that. And then you say no, and you're like, bitch, you think you somebody. That to me is far more disrespectful than the nigga trying to be like, hey, I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Like, for him to be like, bitch, you
It
think you
is.
somebody. That's far more disrespectful.
Like a man like who has higher self-esteem would be like just like appalled.
But
No,
I feel
because
like if
we
for
got
a woman,
rejected to get there.
Don't put me in this category.
Wait, hold on. But for a woman,
That's your vibe.
when a woman
I'm not in there.
has high security,
taking
like a
L's.
woman is not insecure,
Right.
I don't feel like she takes rejection like and internalizes it and like then it chips at her ego and she feels insecure. Because I'm trying to think like if I ever got rejected by a man, which I did.
Now, you see how she geared up? That's because it's only happened once.
Amanda was
And
ready.
that
for
nigga
it.
been dead to her since. Let's hear it.
No, he has.
Still mad.
So back in the days where like you went on Facebook and y'all played the little like my status for like a to be honest. Y'all ever did that on Facebook?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So there was this. I used to be real
Must.
cute with everybody. I used to be like, oh, you're cute. I don't really know you that well, but you're cute.
Go get it.
So this one guy, it went to his head and he just kept texting me. So I'm just like, okay, you see, some people just take this shit to the heart. And I'm like, okay. But he was cool. So I kept texting him and I'm like, he wasn't really that cute to me, but I fucked with him. Like we
you
had
like the
good
attention and you like the vibe.
Exactly.
That's
So
exactly what it was.
Yeah, so I kept going and then I liked him. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I could kick it with him. We kicked it for like the whole summer. Maybe like
Yeah, that's what we call
but from like May. Say
caught lacking.
May and maybe once like the summer started to end, like say mid-August,
He got ugly.
niggas started going go. So I literally just hit him and I said, yo, what's up with you? I said, do you not fuck with me no more? I was like, you don't like me no more? And he was like, to be honest, nah.
TBH.
And I was just like, you see, that's where you got me fucked up because
Well,
I didn't even like you
But
in
you-
the first
But you
place.
asked him for his honest.
That's the worst though. When you
When you lowered your
I
standards,
lowered
Can
my
you get my-
standards. I didn't even want to talk to you for real. You just was being so pressed and so thirsty that I was just like,
Let's-
because they was kicking.
Did you get the draws?
No.
Did y'all
I
date?
wasn't fucking at that time.
But did
Okay.
y'all date?
Well, what do you
Did
expect?
Yeah.
when you interacted, there was a relationship.
What?
There was
Hold
responsibility.
on. Can we rewind?
what did
He
you say?
said, what did I expect? Because I said I wasn't fucking at that time.
Uh-oh.
Except from May to August, you didn't give up no box.
I was a
July,
virgin.
August.
I
And
was
he-
a
doesn't-
virgin.
He's not a virgin,
Okay.
so he don't care that you're a virgin.
So my
Okay,
Maybe you
but
think
from
that
the
was the
start,
reason?
but
I
from
know
May,
that was the reason.
but from May when we started talking, you knew I was a virgin.
That doesn't mean you wasn't ready.
So
God,
okay,
Trying to warm you up.
that didn't even make no sense
that just
to me.
sounds predatory.
I'm,
Just
I'm just
Warm up, but you
saying.
do gotta warm up the body. Here, this is
No,
the
you
thing.
No, yeah, we've been talking for
And
months.
he knew you wasn't
Of
trying to.
Wait, how
course.
old were you at that point as a virgin?
That's
She was
that's-
18.
No, 14.
No, I lost my virginity at 17, so I was probably 16.
Okay, so let's slow down here. So we're talking. I just want to make sure we're contextual because the people outside are just thinking this was in 2019. Let's just make this clear.
No, that's why I said back in the Facebook days when we used to do the TBA.
And then with a TBH.
So,
Yeah.
so Facebook is still out.
Glowing up,
And still,
glowing great.
still very much so popping. For old
Is
people,
it?
for old
That's
people,
what-
for old people. So I didn't know her age. You know, black
Okay.
women don't age. So I'm trying to get a context.
Got you.
So
Could be 42.
correct. So she said back when we was liking statuses, I'm like, you probably worked at the DMV, had a whole job. So the reality is this:
You had a whole storyline.
right? Because this
Whole
happens.
fucking storyline.
Creative, right? So contextually though, you actually attained this man. You entered a relationship with this man. And we're talking about the rejection being that at some point you didn't like each other anymore. This is why men and women are different. Ma'am, that's not rejection.
My ma'am.
What is it? What is
That's
it?
not rejection.
So what would you-
That's
what would
two
you
people who
title
don't
that?
want to be
Yeah, what do
together
you
no
call, what do
more.
you call it?
It's just a breakup.
A breakup. Thank
It's
you.
not rejection.
It was just like day after day. I'm like, okay, I don't hear from him. Weird. Okay. Second day, I don't hear from him. So I'm like, yo, what's up with you? Because if we've been talking all this time, day after day for months, and I just stop hearing from you days at a time, like I'm thinking something's up with you.
So you had his
Did you-
number
Yes.
and consistent contact.
Mm.
Yes.
Ma'am, this is not rejection. I know, and look, I know it. I don't want to take away your struggle.
Amanda's like, woe is me.
I don't want to. But that is a bad bitch story. I just want you to know that when your biggest L is a nigga that you didn't want, you got him to talk to you every day, emotionally connect and
For
vibe,
months.
and then wasn't fucking him.
Wasn't fucking him.
And the nigga was like, I'm cool. And you was like, that was the biggest L of my life. I'm like, when it came to rejection, ma'am, do you realize? Can we tell some of our rejection stories, men?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, let's tell them.
Because it gets bad.
I got rejected a lot.
Sticky
Like,
as fuck.
a lot. you
I
know.
want to hear.
So that
it.
she can have a context of what rejection looks like.
Well, so rejection looks like hey, I got a boyfriend. And it's like, no, you don't. That's what rejection
Is
is.
this a lie?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I
Yes.
know it's a lie.
It's a lie, but sometimes it's not. So you can't even say that's a lie.
That's
No,
still rejection.
He knew, but you knew she didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I know.
He
Like,
knows for a
I can
fact.
tell. You was just, the way you was just dancing on old boy over there. That's not
You just having a
boyfriend.
good time.
Oh nah.
I mean,
You got. I've got rejected. I got rejection with dances.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
You get rejection with dances as a man. You over here and she over there. Y'all feeling the vibe. She even look at you like, yeah, come over here.
That's the
You
worst.
walk over and she
Oh.
goes, sorry.
Yes, yes, that
That's
is
rejection.
the worst. Look at your face. You can't even imagine that level of rejection.
Hold on, 'cause I'm Caribbean. I don't care who I'm dating. I'm dancing.
You
in the
whining.
fucking